Hello everyone, it's me, McMiner, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today's reaction video is going to be a bit of a longer one to celebrate the fact that I finished all my finals for the semester. It is going to be on the other Ondrae the Great video that I have yet to watch. It is called The Search for a Player That Vanished, and just like with the previous one, this reminds me of the That Doesn't Exist series by Whiffies. The title specifically reminds me of searching for a player that doesn't exist. So yeah, this video was 42 minutes long, hence why I'm saying this reaction is going to be a bit of a longer one. And it is the beginning of May as well, so I say that because, as you all might or might not know, I am challenging myself to upload at least one video every single day this year. So yeah, whether it be filler or videos like this, but yeah, we're just gonna hit play on this one and see how this 40-minute long video turns out. So yeah, here we go.
He's listening.
Okay.
Don't make a sound.
Okay. Okay, this might be like this might be the Minecraft world.
Beware the house on Bitter Street.
This might be like the video called "This Minecraft World is Hiding a Cult." That video was also 40 minutes long. Ears to hear, yep. I remember seeing that in the description. Yeah. This video might be like because of the eye stuff. This video might be like this server is hiding a cult video, which was also 40 minutes long.
The description says, "Listen and understand," and contains a link
to a Google Doc. Yeah.
Slide containing one of the strangest videos that I've ever seen. So make sure that your ears can hear, listen, and understand.
The mystery of ears to hear. Taylor with a zero, the player who vanished.
Although the title of the video isn't shown on Google Slides, if we go into Inspect Element, we can find it. And according to the title, this video was recorded
2017.
on November 19th, 2017. Presumably,
wow, all the way back in 2017.
The video starts in a strange house.
It looks like around the time when the Crystal Gauntlet and Geometry Dash came out.
Check for something outside.
Because the Crystal Gauntlet came out in September of 2017.
And why would it prompt him to start recording? Wait, back up.
Speaking of gauntlets,
someone is outside. Oh. Taylor goes to check it out.
Yeah. Speaking of gauntlets, this video was recorded. This video was recorded on April 26th. I think it's today. Silent Omega. Ooh. Oh no, this video was recorded on September 27th. Rob Top, where's the next gauntlet?
Why?
Granted, it probably already came out by the time this video came out, so forgive me
so tall?
Forgive me if it did. All right, back to the video. The frick was that noise? Ooh.
What was that noise?
I was gonna say.
Can you at least tell me where?
Stop talking.
Oh.
He's listening.
Reference to the intro of this video. This is what the intro reference is.
They continue their walk until they reach a lonely building standing solemnly in the fog.
Oh yeah, and I figured I could react to these Minecraft ARGs to hopefully also give you guys some Minecraft content as well.
He finds a person without a name tag, but in chat are called bartender. So this is presumably a bar. Taylor and the bartender then have a short conversation.
That's a cool looking bar though.
What do you mean?
How did I get here?
I don't know. Should I?
No,
I don't think you should, yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm literally recording this right before sunset as well, so hopefully the camera picks up it getting darker.
Are off limits. Sorry.
Sorry. Do you know who the guy outside is?
Best not speak ill of the dead.
Oh. Wait,
What
they
just
both
happened?
disappeared.
This loud noise played, and then everyone but Taylor vanished.
Yeah, like a
for seemingly no
warp.
reason.
It's
I
like a
tried to test
backwards
if the
warp
sound was
vanish
perhaps
sound.
slowed down message or even a spectrogram containing code, but it doesn't seem to be a spectrogram, and it's far too short to be anything discernible. But
Yeah.
why did the bartender
It's
say
not even a second.
Best not speak ill of the dead.
Was that
he's
was
referring to Omega here? But
I was
how
gonna
can
say, is
be
Omega
dead when we
not
just saw
real?
him here a
Silent
second
Is
ago?
Silent Omega not
Well,
real?
Taylor goes outside to look for him, but he's nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
Neither is
Yeah.
the bartender. But with the bartender gone,
Yeah,
Taylor decides
where
to
did the
investigate
bartender
basement and
go?
the second floor while he has the opportunity.
Why did the
Note
bartender
floor
disappear
is
of all people
completely
too?
empty. Not a single block. The basement is nearly just as sparse.
Oh, there's a
However,
basement?
it contains a bookshelf and a chest.
I didn't
And
even
the
notice
chest
there was
is a
stairs
book,
to a basement.
presumably written by the bartender himself. It says this.
They told me of the silent death. Shackled though I am, there was one thing they could not
At least
hide
there's.
from me.
I just
They are
realized, yeah,
afraid.
there's
They've seen the
narration.
Eye of sanctity. The tailor of fate has arrived.
There's narration in the actual like original videos. Oh, whoa. But yeah, at least Ondrae doesn't have to read out the text himself. Wait.
Taylor slowly crawls out of the basement.
Okay, the
reasonably
chest is
afraid
still
of
there. I
whatever
thought the
he
chest
heard,
disappeared.
only to find nothing. He then leaves the bar and sees a
Right for
mysterious
viewing.
figure in the fog.
Oh. Oh. It's Null. It's Null.
Wait,
Oh.
He runs into the cave to flee from whatever is making these noises, but on the other side, the mysterious entity is nowhere to be found. And the forest Taylor finds himself in is itself very strange. Every tree
Why did
is
it?
unnaturally
Yeah, why
tall,
did it suddenly
and
turn
speaks
to a
perfectly
super flat?
neat
And
on
why
a
there are?
completely flat plane that
Yeah,
seems
why
to
did it
span
suddenly turn to
forever
a
in every
super flat?
direction. On top of that, one tree is for some
And the
reason
trees
only a
are-
singular block tall,
the trees
with
are
nothing but
perpendicular
leaves
to
lying
every-
on the
to
ground
each other.
atop a single log. Taylor begins to wander this labyrinth of trees and eventually stumbles across a pig stuck facing a single direction. This is also the only
Like the
mob we've
pig
seen
from
up
Mob
until this
Zero.
point for whatever reason. He decides to heed the advice of this lonely pig and goes the direction that it's pointing. He arrives at a
Don't
house,
punch it,
but
or
nobody
otherwise all
appears
the
to be
blocks
home.
will turn to a pig block. If you don't know what I'm talking about, search up Ondrae the Great's video on Mob Zero. I think the video itself is called Disturbing Footage of a Player Being Hunted. But go look at that video to understand what I mean. Okay, I felt like I was about to get jump scared, but ads distracted me. Just who? Wait, what does that say? Just playing? Hi.
Yo, why are you in my attic?
sorry, I don't know where I am.
Oh, hang on, stay here.
But yeah, the people are actually talking. It's not just chat messages. It's not just chat messages or books. Like, or book text. Something tells me this guy ain't normal.
How did you even get here?
I don't know, that's the issue.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, something tells me this guy ain't normal. I've learned not to trust anything.
Did you build this place?
Nope.
Here's the pig again. Don't punch it.
What are we doing?
I was gonna say, why... Okay, where did he go? Where did Just Playing go? Oh, it's the breath sound effect. It's the breath.ogg sound
Just
effect.
Playing disappeared like the bartender in Quiet Omega. And after that, there was a strange sound, and Taylor presumably died, based on the damage noise that we heard.
Yeah.
The noise that played just before that appears to be
Breath.ogg.
an unused Minecraft sound for when the player resurfaces from water.
Yep,
other
the
sounds
exact
that
same
we
sound
hear
effect
don't
was
seem to
used in
have
the
any
Mob
sort of
Zero
backstory,
video.
But I figured this one
Was used in the Mob Zero series.
After that, Taylor appears to have woken up from his bed. So was that all a dream? Well, that is
I would
a
hope so,
possibility, but
honestly.
we never saw Taylor go to sleep due to the recording starting in the house.
Yeah.
It still seems like a very likely theory. So was everything he dreamt meaningless and a figment of his imagination, or is there something deeper to it?
I feel like
Well,
there could
we'll
be
have to get
something
to that
deeper.
later. For now, let's get back to the video. Now that he's awake, Taylor doesn't do, see, or hear anything out of the ordinary. He simply plays a game, planting some crops, digging a tunnel, and then going back inside, where he confirms our theory as soon as he goes to bed. As soon as he closes his eyes, he's back. But this time he's on a path, not in the house. And after a short walk, we see
It must be a dream then.
inside of the house he was in before. However, as he approaches the house, this happens.
Oh no. Please tell me it's just a sound. Please tell me it's just a sound.
He runs inside for cover. Look at it.
What is that? That is a ball of light. Oh, the sound! Oh. RIP headphone users, bro. RIP headphone users. What is that? And why is there a stair there? Why are there stairs down there?
Despite the unnerving thing looming outside of the window, Taylor turns his focus to the suspiciously placed stairs inside of the floor.
I was gonna say, why are there stairs there? Is there a basement in this house?
He finds a basement under the house and seals himself inside using the blocks that he mined. Inside the basement are 8 chests and nothing else. Taylor begins to inspect each one, and in the 7th is a book that reads,
Beware the house on Bittern Street.
Bittern Street?
But who wrote this book and what's Bittern Street? There's clearly been someone here considering the chest and crafting table that weren't present in Taylor's previous visit.
Oh.
So who was it and did they write this book? Well, we'll get back to that in just a moment. But right now,
this is
Taylor's
Act
getting
2.
out of the basement. And when he emerges,
As soon as he...
the entity is gone. What was it though? Well, it was a mysterious orb of light. But
Yeah.
why? The sounds it made are very similar to the noises we've been hearing randomly so far. But there's another even weirder noise in the middle as well. This one.
Mysterynoise.mp3.
Speeding this up reveals that it's actually speech, and it's saying, "Where are you going?" But why is this entity asking Taylor that question? It can see through the window to know where he's going. And if it is the source of the noises we've been hearing, it's been following him around too. So how could it not know where he's going? Well, perhaps it's asking in a more philosophical sense.
Maybe.
Like, where are you going with your life?
Oh. Yeah, that is a good question.
Location.
Yeah.
So maybe that metaphorical direction is what the orb is asking about. But even then, why would it be asking that? At the moment, that isn't clear to Taylor. So let's get back to the video and see where he's going. Seeing that the orb of light has disappeared, Taylor decides to leave the house. But unlike his previous visit here, Silent Omega doesn't show up again. He decides to go the same direction as Omega guided him last time. But on his way, he encounters some strange mobs that flee from him.
Oh, the mobs are backing up from him. I wonder why.
Taylor attempts to follow them, but...
Oh my... Andre's voice kind of scared the freak out of me there. Yeah, 2017 was before 1.13, right? Because the water looks like the OG water from like the old Minecraft days. Yeah, what are those sounds?
He runs away in a panic towards the bar. So while he's doing that, let's break down the noise we just heard. It's the same as before, a very slowed down voice. This time saying, "Where did you go?"
Oh.
But this time, there is no visible source. However, it's very clearly the same entity speaking. But why the change?
Yeah, it might be the same orb of light.
Where did you go? Can this entity not just look at Taylor and see what he's doing? Well, perhaps this orb of light isn't an entity, but the way that it sees the world. If that is the case, that would explain why it seemingly doesn't know where Taylor is or where he's going to be next. But there's no way to know for sure yet.
Gotcha.
For now, let's get back to Taylor and see where he ends up.
Yes.
He manages to make his way back to the bar, and unlike Omega, the bartender is still there and greets him. Taylor walks up to him and asks,
Welcome.
Have you seen me here before?
He's gonna say no.
Of course.
Oh.
What about Omega?
Who?
I was gonna say he's gonna
Omega?
ask who?
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
He was just here with me before.
I've never seen you here before.
Where?
Wow.
You just
I
said...
should show you the basement.
He was just down here though.
Wait, what?
Quiet.
Yeah. He probably took him down there to hide. He probably took him down there to hide.
They're listening.
Yeah, the bartender probably took him down there to hide. Yeah, who or what is listening though?
Anything else?
I'd be
Do you
good.
know who Just Playing is?
Yes, I do. He and Phil live together.
Who's Phil?
Phil?
I shouldn't say. Privacy is
Saint
what holds our
Hercules?
world together after all.
After that encounter, Taylor walks to the door, but pauses. He's presumably thinking back to when he was just here before, and the mysterious figure he saw near the cave. He then
What
lies
was
out
the
where
black
he's going
figure?
to go next to lure them into a false sense of security, saying,
I'm going back to my house.
and
Okay.
then sprints towards the cave, but there's nobody there. It seems that whoever this mystery entity is was prepared.
Praying for, oh no. Oh god. My eyes are fully closed.
He runs into the cave to escape the entity.
Oh
And
god.
the sound of its approach begins to fade as he emerges from the cave into the forest of uniformity. Nothing here seems to have changed. Not even the strangely short tree he found before. He continues his trek through the
That
great
tree has
trees
to lead
back
to
the
a secret
cave
base of
before.
some sort.
But this time decides not to heed the advice of this directionally challenged swine. Instead, he goes the exact opposite direction that it's facing. This leads him somewhere that looks like the Farlands, which shouldn't even be possible.
That does look like the
Farlands only were
Farlands.
generated like this on beta versions of the game, which this clearly isn't.
1.8.
But even then, they only ever generated over 12 million blocks
I was
away
gonna
from
say,
spawn, which
it's
is
several
assuming
million
Taylor's
blocks
on.
away
Despite
from
these
the spawn.
oddities, Taylor braves the corrupted terrain and makes his way inside, wandering through the dreary
Right for
caverns in
viewing.
hopes of finding something useful. But it's clear that he isn't alone.
Oh no. Oh god.
He doesn't let the strange noise stop him though, and
Ooh.
he still refuses to halt his expedition. And is rewarded
Why?
by a very faint buzzing noise and a wall of bedrock from which the sound is emanating. He says,
Bro, I'd be shutting the server
What the
down.
heck?
Oh, that's reminding me of the Infected World video. The buzzing
Yes.
noise.
Hello?
the world doesn't seem very sociable. So Taylor decides to cut his hearing losses and go back to whence he came. Despite a bit of noise, presumably from the orb, he makes it back out unscathed and begins to wander some more. Taylor ends up stumbling back into Just Plain's house. But
Just
nobody
Plain's house.
seems to be home. Keyword, seems.
Seems. He's in the attic. Right? There he is. Hi, Just Playing.
What's good, twin?
Hey, where's Phil at?
You know Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why would you...
right. Follow me.
Why would you lie about that? You could have just told him that the bartender told you about his name. But then again, he probably doesn't know who the bartender is. Come to think of it. Oh. Little cobblestone, fortress
What's
looking.
in there?
Bruh. I would not go in there if I was you. I would not go in there if I were you. And Just Playing's gone again. Oh no. Oh, it's an eye! It's an eyeball! It's the same eye from before. Ugh. Gross. Get away from me. Get the freak away.
Hi.
Ugh.
What's wrong? Are you Phil? Where did Just Playing go? Stop doing that.
It's not going to. It's not gonna stop,
Why does
bro.
he do that?
Oh.
Taylor leaves to go back and explore the
It has an
portal.
origin
So
point.
while he
It's
does
an origin
that,
point.
let's
Okay.
unpack whatever the heck just happened here. Everything was going about the same as the last visit up until Taylor brought up Phil. And then it seemed
Yeah.
like a switch flipped in Just Playing's brain. And he just stands there staring at nothing for a bit before deciding to take Taylor to meet Phil. Perhaps it's because Taylor realistically shouldn't know who Phil even is.
Yeah.
They've never met. But regardless of reason, after getting to know where Phil is, like the previous visit near the pig, Just Playing vanishes without a trace. And then we see Phil. The name Phil really does not
Yeah.
suit this guy. I expected to see a normal-looking dude, not a cursed spirit. He's completely motionless, has no name tag.
Yeah, I heard
and
Phil,
replies
and the
to
first
line
thing I
or two
thought of was
every
the
time
character
Taylor
from
says
Hercules,
it.
which is why I said
Except
what I
when
said
Taylor
earlier.
asks, "Are you Phil?" So, at the very least,
I feel like
we
that
know
could
this
mean
is Phil,
philosophical
but as to why his
or
name is so casual
philosopher-
when he appears
philosophy
to be some
or
kind of
philosophy.
corrupted entity isn't explained.
Like,
But
where
after this,
word what
Taylor
philosophy?
wanders his way back to our favorite forward-facing pig. But Breath.ogg doesn't play this time. Instead,
What does? He is in a pool. He is in an ocean of blood. And what is that? That looks like a very poorly done parkour spiral. And he wakes up again.
Taylor wakes up
Okay.
from a dream, or more realistically, nightmare. But what just
Yeah,
happened?
that
Unlike
definitely
before
would be
when
a
Taylor
nightmare
heard
if I've ever
Breath.ogg
seen one.
play right before waking up, this time the sounds of the orb played very loudly, and he was teleported into what looked like a world of blood based on a cult.
Yeah.
Behind him is a massive monolithic structure, and once again we hear the voice of
Reminds
the
me of the
orb,
parkour
this time
spiral map in
saying,
a way.
"Who are you?" Afterwards, he's awoken in his home just as before. However, unlike before, he doesn't simply go about his day doing mundane activities.
Oh, we just started
Instead,
Act 3.
He frantically begins to gather dirt and cobblestone, despite already having tons of materials in his house. He takes the blocks he
Go get
gathered
more.
and begins to build a shell around his house. And he spends most of the day casing his house in a layer of dirt and cobblestone. The only opening
Why
he
would you,
leaves is
though?
in the front door. And after the entire shell is complete, he goes inside and seals the exit behind him. For the next 5 minutes, all he does is spam right-click on his bed until he sleeps again. Once his mind drifts into darkness, he once again finds himself in the dreamlands. But this time he's on a hill above the
dreamlands.
house as opposed to in front or inside of it. He makes his way down to the house once again. But the door is open, and there are a few changes inside. A newly
What?
placed furnace
Yeah,
with
furnace.
charcoal
Oh, yeah,
inside,
furnace.
and a hole in the floor. Taylor asks,
A hole in the floor to the basement.
just before making his way into the basement to search for any clues as to who may have been active inside the building. In the basement is nothing new, or
I feel like it could be
so it
Omega.
seems. If you remember,
Whatever the player
last
is.
time Taylor was down
yeah.
here, he found a book that said, "Beware the house on Bittern Street," which we've not yet seen. However,
Yeah,
once
what
he
is
read it,
Bittern
he
Street?
placed it back in the chest in this slot.
I mean, we're probably going
And
to
now,
see
it's
soon,
in this
since
slot.
we're
Someone moved it.
just
Taylor
over
takes it
halfway
out
through the
and
video
turns
now.
to page 1.
Why have we been left alone? What freedom does salvation truly bring? If we are left in the dark, how will we know when the light arrives? Perhaps in my selfishness, I am just as wicked as the darkness I fear. Choice is a privilege of the free. All we have is fragile hope.
Fragile
After
hope.
reading this, Taylor exits the basement and rejoins the outside world once again. The outside world, however, doesn't seem very happy to see him.
Omega. It's Omega. Why is he chasing him? Bro, I just realized, why is your render distance so freaking low? I just realized that now.
This person appears to be Silent Omega. However, his
Silent
name tag
Omega.
is gone.
Yeah,
and
his
he's
gamer tag
launching
is
a
gone.
full-scale attack on everyone's eardrums. Taylor flees from him and the noise, taking refuge in the bar and barricading the door, only to find that it's been completely vacated. The bartender
Yeah, the
and all
bartender's
stuff
not
he had
there.
in the basement has disappeared without a trace. Before leaving,
the basement's
Taylor
completely
peeks out
bare
his
as well.
window to keep an eye out for Silent Omega. And the coast appears to be clear, but appearances can be deceiving.
Oh god, no. Hi? Hi?
Taylor once again attempts to escape Omega.
Oh,
This time
he
by
goes a
running
different
into
direction.
cave near the bar. But unlike his previous visits, he decides to gamble on the second tunnel.
It's still
leading
bright,
right.
but why is it
When he
dark?
goes inside,
Why is it
for
so
a
dark?
brief moment, everything goes black. But then Taylor emerges on the other side and finds himself in a large cavern, and stumbles into a building that appears to be a church or library of some kind. Inside are 4 large bookshelves. Taylor finds a chest containing a book in quill on one of them, and it says,
The silent death is at hand. We don't know how to stop it. Perhaps it is illusionary, perhaps it is a figment of our minds. But the question remains, why? Reality does not blink on its own.
Upon looking
Without
around some more,
reason.
Taylor finds yet
Yeah.
another chest with a book inside of a different bookshelf. This one saying,
Unrest walks our lands in the shadows, peering into us. Has our time arrived?
Taylor continues to explore the building in search of more information. But then I noticed something strange. He doesn't seem to realize this, but the books that dropped when he broke this bookshelf just a moment ago are gone after he walks around this shelf. Which means that he's not alone. He eventually finds one more chest high up on the 3rd shelf from the right, and inside is yet another book.
Either that or he's been
How
gone
can
for
it be
more
that
than a
this
minute.
Taylor is
Because
known and yet
stuff does
unspoken? Where is he
despawn.
going?
After
The
reading
stuff
this,
does
Taylor
despawn when you
explores
don't
a
pick
bit
it up
longer,
for
doesn't
long
find
enough.
any additional information, and then exits the building and goes back into the cave. Upon re-entering the tunnel that he came from, it appears that Omega is gone, and Taylor returns to the gridded plain.
Okay.
Unlike before, though, he decides not to visit the Farlands yet. Instead, he makes his way back to Just Playin's house. But contrary to his previous visits, Just Playin is already inside.
I was gonna say, what is Just Playing gonna do this time?
Hi.
Hi. Why are you late?
What?
Are you
You're
late?
not supposed to be late.
I didn't know you were waiting for me.
Where did you go?
Some library or something.
Oh. He spent the extra time looking in that library. Hold up. Ugh. Thank you. Hello? Has a secret basement? Okay, what is this?
The heck?
Basement.
What
do you
base?
mean
What is this basement?
Doesn't yours look the same?
No.
What kind of basement is this?
Oh, right.
Looks like looks like part of a stronghold.
Desk. All right.
Looks like something you'd find in the stronghold, kind of. Okay, something's lit. I was gonna say something is lit up over there. Oh, it's that type of block. It wasn't called nothing.
This to fill.
Oh, the fill. Oh gosh.
Hello?
Watch
After
Phil.
this,
Watch
Taylor
Phil appear
leaves the
behind him.
basement, only to find
Okay.
that the way he came in has been sealed back up, and says,
Are you there?
Excuse me? Is this the work of
now, I
Phil?
want to pause for a moment to address something about Just Playing. And
Okay.
that's the fact that he seems to be on some kind of script. All 3 times Taylor's talked to
Oh.
him, Playin asks Taylor a question, and once Taylor responds, he he freezes, and then instantly starts out on a task and responds without hesitation. First, it was taking Taylor to the cave, then to Phil, and this time to the basement. It's like he can see the future, but not enough to predict exactly what Taylor will do. So he says something to narrow down the possibilities, and then once Taylor replies, he acts accordingly. Either that, or someone else can see the future and instructs plan to do specific things in response to certain things.
Maybe it's Phil who's doing it.
I think
Oh wait,
that
black figure from before. I'm thinking that black figure was Phil.
When Taylor got to the house,
But then again, the huge one that was chasing him didn't have an eye, so
Supposed to be late.
that would imply that he expected Taylor to be on a schedule. If he could see the future, he would have known that Taylor wouldn't show up. So it's more likely that he's being instructed by someone else. But who? Well, we don't really know just yet. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Right now, Taylor's going to give this strange item to Phil like Plan told him to. So perhaps that will shine some light on our
it's good, Phil. How you doing, buddy? Here, take this black and magenta block. Right here. Just give it to him. Any
Hello.
moment.
Why do you do that?
Just give the block to him. Thank you. There we go. I was like, are you not going to pick it up?
What now?
Unlock the vault? Is that what you said? That voice reminded me of Mandela Catalog.
After this,
Oh,
Phil
Phil's gone.
vanishes, and Taylor begins searching for these outliers tall. However, he seems to get an idea relatively quickly. Just
Go
outside
back-
Phil's
go back to the
location
far
is
lands.
a tree that's strangely taller than the rest, and Taylor crafts an axe to chop it down. After that, he uses the book from the basement to write down how many blocks tall the tree was, throws them away, and begins searching again. My guess is that Taylor's assuming that the outliers tall are the trees that deviate in size.
Oh,
from
the
rest.
outliers.
And to unlock the vault, you would need a code. And codes
Yeah,
are
yeah,
usually
yeah,
different
yeah.
numbers, and thus
That's
the height
actually
of the
really
outliers
smart.
Must be the combination. Using this theory, Taylor begins wandering the forest and marks down 4 trees: a 6-block tall tree, 2 9-block tall trees, and a 1-block tall tree from the
1 block
He
tall
then
tree.
says,
I don't think I saw any more.
and then makes his way to the Farlands, presumably under the assumption that the vault is the bedrock wall we saw before. That would
Yeah,
explain why
I
he
was
was
gonna
giving
say.
a loud noise every single time he said something. The things he said weren't the code. On his way there, he hears the bellowing of this orb entity multiple times.
Ooh. Whoa, whoa. Alright, he made it back. Yeah, but yeah, at least this background music that Ondrae put in definitely helps. It definitely helps me not feel as scared.
However, that doesn't slow his advance in the slightest. He reaches the bedrock vault and begins trying random combinations of the numbers 9, 6, 1, and 9.
9616. 9691. 1961.
Okay. How long is it gonna take him until he gets the correct one? Is it just 9619?
That's
Is it just 9619?
1996.
This code
Oh,
unlocks the vault.
1996.
The 3x3 door appears in front of Taylor when he says
I
it.
feel like something
The
happened back in
noise goes away.
1996.
Taylor decides to craft some torches and then enters the bedrock room, which turns out to be a maze. He is then faced with
Oh
a
gosh,
decision.
it's a maze.
Go left or go right. He chooses not
There's
to
a
go
maze
left,
and I
because
don't
like the
really
note
like
said,
mazes.
Taylor is in fact not dumb. He then wanders the right side of the maze for a while, placing torches in the doorways that he's already ventured into to avoid turning back on himself and getting lost.
Which
Using
is
this
smart.
method, he eventually finds a doorway that leads outside of the maze. The terrain is still completely flat, however it is now barren as well. Not a single tree in
Yeah,
sight.
I don't see. I was gonna say I don't see any trees, but that.
Instead, all Taylor can
village?
see is a gravel pathway lined by small houses on the left side. Could this be Bittern Street?
Maybe. Don't open that door. Don't you open that door. Bro. Why would you open the door? Don't open it. Oh
Taylor
my
begins
gosh.
to investigate, opening the doors of the houses and peeking inside.
headphone warning at the beginning of this video. Seriously, I need to give a headphone warning at the beginning of this video. I'm so sorry to all you headphone users. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a headphone warning at the beginning of this video. Excuse me. Why would you go inside?
Why am I here? Is he gonna check this room? I don't hear him.
There's no chat messages, bro.
Why is he chasing me? Does he want something?
Watch him open the door. Oh my gosh.
Taylor finds himself in a void.
I saw it coming, but I still jumped.
But in the distance, something is obscuring the sky. He walks towards it, and it turns out to be another monolithic structure similar to the one in the World of Blood.
Oh, it's an
However,
eye.
This one seems to be carved with an eye. Upon seeing this, the video comes to an end.
Wow. Retrospect. Yeah, now we need to find some answers.
There's a lot to unpack with this video.
Yeah, there
Let's
is.
start with the channel that led us to it. Ears to Hear. This is likely a reference to Mark 4:9, where Jesus himself says, anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. And as you already know, the description says just that.
Listen and
This
understand.
divine theme is persistent throughout the entire linked video as well. However, it's not instantly
Some Christian
apparent.
bibliography
The most obvious
going
divine
on.
being, though, is the orb entity we hear throughout the video and see once in Taylor's second dream. Additionally, both Silent Omega and the bartender reference someone who is listening as a reason for Taylor to be quiet. This should indicate that this orb is some godlike being who can hear everything that happens, but that doesn't actually seem to be the case. The only 3 times we hear it speak, it's asking questions. First it says, then
Where are you
later,
going? Then where did you go?
and lastly in the Blood Ocean it asks,
Who are you?
that doesn't sound very omnipotent to me. None of these things are questions that an omnipotent entity would need to
It's
ask.
starting to get dark
She already
out.
know, and yet
So.
it doesn't. But perhaps Taylor
honestly
is
kinda glad I'm
special.
doing
The reason
this,
I say
like,
this
as
is
it's getting
because of
dark
the
out.
books he's found throughout his journey. Multiple of them reference someone known as the Taylor of Fate, an obvious parallel between the name Taylor with a Y and the
And
title
Taylor with an
Taylor
I.
with an I. In the library, one of the books even questions where this person is going, exactly as the orb did to Taylor in the house.
Yeah.
But if Taylor and the Taylor of Fate are the same person, then who is he? Well,
That
there's
would be-
one other term that consistently comes up when the books talk about the Taylor of Fate, the Silent Death. One of the books in the library says that the Silent Death is at hand, which means it's either occurring or near. But what is it? All that the book says about it is that reality does not blink on its
without-
own. But
without-
other than that,
reality does not
it provides
blink
no
without
additional
reason.
context as to what the Silent Death actually
Probably
is.
referencing the
only other
eyes
book to talk about
that
it
we've
is in
seen.
the bartender's basement, where the sentiment seems to be different. The book says that they told him of the Silent Death, and that he could tell they are afraid, which means that they likely wrote the book in the library given the contrast in tone. The library's book writes about it as if it's an unavoidable danger that may or may not even be real, whereas the bartender's book is written as if the Silent Death is a welcomed certainty, but still provides no actual clues as to what it is. Something interesting, however, is that the Silent Death may not be an event, but rather a person.
I was gonna
Silent
say, it might.
Omega. The names are very similar after all. Omega is the final letter in the Greek alphabet, and
Oh, it
often
is,
used
isn't
to
it?
denote an ultimate end, just like death. The bartender also says something incredibly strange just before Omega
I don't know
vanishes
about.
outside
I don't
the
know. If,
bar.
I
He
was like,
says,
I don't know if
Let's
this
not
is true,
speak
but
ill
there
of
is
the
a Star Wars character from Bad Batch named Omega as well. And I
this
don't know if that
obviously implies
means.
that
I
Omega
don't know if
is
that's
dead,
supposed to mean
despite clearly being
what that's supposed to
not
mean.
dead, but then vanishes alongside an incredibly loud noise right after. This isn't the only strange thing the bartender says, though. Upon his second visit, Taylor asks,
Have you seen me here before?
to which the bartender replies,
Of course.
but in this same conversation,
he
claims
says
to
he's
not
never
know
seen
White
him.
Omega. And when Taylor explains,
He was just here with me before.
the bartender replies,
I've never seen you here before.
but how can that be?
I was gonna
And
say,
he must
how
know
can that
Omega
be?
as well. After all, you can't know someone is dead if you don't know who they are. The
I
bartender
don't
is
know, you
similar
put
to
rip.
Just Plain in this aspect. They both seem to be fully aware of everything that has and will happen, and yet not aware of when or how. And for some reason, both of them have a tendency to suddenly vanish without a trace.
Yeah.
Phi Omega does this as well, but only once. And his vanishing is accompanied by a very loud noise,
Yeah,
similar to
by a
Jeff
loud
Plane's
warping
vanishing in the
noise.
final part of the video.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
But
Yeah,
what
that
is this
sounded
noise?
more
Like I
distorted and
stated
warped.
before, it's not a spectrogram, and it's too short to be sped up and still be long enough to hear. However,
Yeah.
this is the same noise as is coming from Omega in the third act of the dream. And due to being a much longer sample of the noise, it's actually comprehensible when sped up. This is what it
Oh,
sounds
I just
like the
realized
first time I heard it.
it's just like a theater show.
The second time, it starts a little further in.
Yeah, I just realized
And
that
this
it's
is
just
the
like a
last time.
theater. It's just like a theater show. Usually there are 3 acts in a theater show,
It sounds like music.
right? All out of Ale. Oh, I really hope this song isn't copyrighted.
It's pretty clear that this is the song that's being played. It
I
seemed
really
to
hope
be a
that song
pretty
isn't
random
copyrighted.
pick. Well, it's actually not. Take a listen to the first words that Doom says in the song.
Man from all bars. A man with 7 scars.
Omega said something
Yeah, I
similar.
really hope that song
When he
isn't
and Taylor arrived
copyrighted.
at
If
the
it's
bar,
copyrighted
Omega
and it
stated
blocks
that he
the
wasn't
video in
allowed
certain
inside.
regions, I'm
But
gonna
the
have to mute
second
that part of the
statement,
video.
"The
I'm
man
so
with 7
sorry.
scars," raises more questions. However, I think I know the answers. In Just Plane's very peculiar basement, Taylor passes, but fails to notice, a poster of a person with text
Oh.
on top that seems to say,
Do not enter."
presumably referring to Omega in
What
the
is
bar. This person is
Wow.
clearly not wearing a helmet. However, they
Yeah.
do have a missing eye on the right
I was
side
gonna
of
say
their
there-
face.
it
Near
looks
the end
to
of the
be an
video,
eye or
when
two.
Omega finds Taylor in the small house, he has one eye open on the left side of his face, just like
Oh.
the poster.
That's
So
what the
this is
thumbnail
what
is
Omega presumably
referencing.
looks like under the helmet. But why Just Plane
I didn't
has
even
this
notice that when I got
basement
jump
or why
scared.
Omega was banned from the bar is even relevant, I'm truly not sure. However, this person does seem to have scars. At least one on their eye and multiple others on various parts of their face. So that could be what the man with 7 scars is referring to.
Okay.
But that also could be a bit of a stretch. Regardless, there's one
It
more
could, but
thing all
still,
of these events
that
and
is an
people
interesting
have in
connection.
common. The Eye of Sanctity. It was only ever mentioned one time in the book in the bar's basement.
The Eye of Sanctity. Is
However,
that what was
eyes
at the
seem to
very
be a
end?
recurring theme here, showing up in characters like Phil, Omega, the poster in the basement, and the monolith at the end of the video. Something I've neglected to mention until now is that the buzzing sound near the bedrock vault seems to be a spectrogram, and when visualized, it appears
It's
to
an
be a
eye.
depiction of an eye, similar to the eye that Taylor sees carved into the monolith at the end of the video. And this is presumably the Eye
Wow.
of Sanctity. The only other monolith we see is in the Blood Ocean when the orb asks Taylor who he is. But that monolith has a different symbol carved into it. I think
Looks like a
these
W.
two monoliths are meant to represent 2 entities, the Orb and Quiet Omega. We heard the orb bellow very loudly just before Taylor was teleported into the Blood Ocean to see this monolith. And Omega found Taylor at the end of the video, and then he saw the Eye of Sanctity monolith right after. So Omega and this orb are clearly the most important entities in this video. And yet, even after all this inquisition, both of them are still completely shrouded in mystery. But
Yeah.
answerless questions can't be the end of it. It just can't. The channel says to listen and understand. I listened, I swear. I guess I just don't know where this is going.
They're listening. I can't say anything else. Also subscribe, lol. Okay. It also feels like this would potentially have a part 2, but yeah. I'm very glad I decided to react to this video, despite it being over 40 minutes long. I'm glad I decided to react to it because that was actually really nice. Just like with all of other Andre the Great's other stuff, including the 2 other videos of his that I reacted to, that was incredible. And yeah, the sun is literally just getting ready to set. If I bring you guys over to, you can probably see that is, but yeah, the sun is currently setting right now. And as you guys probably know in my previous Andre the Great reaction video, I looked over that way. I said I heard a car screeching outside. I think the video did pick it up barely. And yeah, that's the whole reason I was able to hear it, is because right there is a window. So yeah, because I record these reaction videos in my room, like in my bedroom, because I really don't have anywhere else to react to that's pretty quiet in the house. But yeah, that is going to do it for this reaction video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and ringing the bell for updates on new videos. And I will see you all in my next video. See you guys!